We're already at scene 8 with Aigis. We're not going to get to the end of her episode, but we're going to be super close. Next stream, we'll probably wrap it up in, like, hopefully less than half an hour, and then we can get to Labris and, I assume, Elizabeth. And then we still have all of the Ultimax story, whatever that entails. Hopefully it's better structured than the stories in this one are.
Finals.
The 2000 IQ Killjoy Detective. It's guns versus guns, but Aigis has, like, literally 20 times the amount of bullets. Yeah, Athena, do whatever it is you're doing there. What are you doing, Naoto? What you doing, Naoto? You're losing, Naoto. That's what you're doing. I'm gonna try and hit you with an ult because it seems like you try and stay away from me a lot. Oh, that was really cool. You know what? Wait a minute. Do this and yeah, that's how you're supposed. I figured it out. That's how you do it. Yo, what is this? The lingering will?
I'm sorry.
Just ripped off my dude Terra's strat. Okay, that's how you do her ult. You do her, like, dash back move, and it puts her in just the right position. Okay. I still don't like it as much as the other ones. It's better than Teddy's, though. Now that I realize there's literally a move just to set it up properly. Nato-san slowly gets up. There is some staggering that seems to be caused by dizziness. I watch carefully for any changes in behavior, but I am surprised by what I hear next.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? The mastermind behind this tournament may have some means of fogging our senses. Were you suspecting that as well?
Yes.
Seeing me nod, Nato-san smiles.
Then we are in agreement. Its aim appears to be to make friends fight one another.
I wonder if the Persona 3 cast is going to, like, end this game not knowing that Naoto is a woman. Like, does anyone ever tell them at some point?
Though it's a mystery to me as to why it would do such a thing.
Nato-san brushes some dust off and walks towards me.
But the battle is over and the interference has been lifted. Given past examples, the pattern is clear. How about it? Why don't we talk things over?
I have no objections. Nato-san seems to understand everything. I nod my head, relieved.
I am Naoto Shirogane. I work as a detective. I agreed to act as an observer for the police regarding the special cargo, met with Kirijo-san beforehand, and accompanied her to the airport.
So that's how you knew about us. I recall seeing you in the introductory video along with the other competitors.
They're good friends of mine. I attend Yasogami High, the same school as them.
I see. So after you finished your business and returned to your hometown, that video appeared on TV. Is that correct?
That's right. At least that's what I should say if I wanted to feign innocence.
What?
The real reason I came here is because I was tailing you. It was for a secret investigation.
For who?
Naturally, I cannot reveal my client or what their aims are, but I'm sure you have your own secrets to keep. What do you think? As long as we're in the same boat, why not cooperate?
I become tense at the mention of a secret investigation, but that is not important now.
I see. It would not be wise to continue to stand in each other's way in this situation.
I accept Natsu-san's hand and we shake.
How much do you know about this world?
Your friend told me it's a realm formed by human thought. In which case, why a school?
This place varies according to people's mental state. When someone enters it directly, they have a much stronger effect on it. For a normal person with no persona-based resistances, a dangerous situation will arise where their shadow goes berserk. That happened frequently in the case I was involved with last year. This false school may have something to do with it.
I consider Labris. According to her specifications, she should be able to use a persona, but did this come from her mind? Why a school? And why Yasogami High School of all places? She has no prior knowledge of the place. She has never even visited Inaba. But if that girl is Labris, she undoubtedly has a heart. It is possible that something like what Nato-san suggested could happen.
I assume you have a theory already?
Yes. Thank you very much. I believe I'm slowly starting to understand what's going on.
I look down the path ahead. But before I go, I turn and ask Naoto-san a question.
Would you mind telling me something? Why did you tell me about your secret agenda?
I suppose because it wouldn't be fair otherwise.
A wry smile spreads over Naoto-san's face.
Given that I cannot leave here and must trust my friend's fate to you, it would be unfair to continue deceiving you. But not only that, you carry out your duties with little care for your true appearance. You and I are not on equal grounds there.
My true appearance?
Consider it a sign of my respect for that. I still seem to have a soft spot.
Naoto-san's smile fades and she looks at me solemnly. Oh, now you're referring to her as she. You were saying he earlier. Did Aigis figure it out, or is this the writers messing up?
Aigis-san, I ask only one thing of you. Please save my friends.
That is my intention.
I also shot your future husband multiple times in the chest with high-caliber bullets.
Thank you. I'll wait here, secure in knowing that.
We nod to each other. Chie-san, Kaji-san, and Natsu-san are also different, but they are connected by a strong bond. Knowing that fills my heart with warmth.
I am curious, though. When you refer to your true appearance, do you mean the fact that you are a woman?
All right, Aigis did just figure it out. Neat.
What?
Am I mistaken?
Oh, well...
Your clothing hides it, but my sensor scan shows the body measurements of a human with female proportions.
What do you mean? How much can you see?
Suddenly, Naoto-san loses all composure and turns red, covering her chest with her arms. Ah! What happened? I don't think I said anything to warrant such a reaction. Just then, General Teddy interrupts over the monitor.
Hey, enough with the chit-chat. Hurry up and move on to the next.
I remember, didn't in Persona 4 they had to get like a medical checkup or whatever? And Naoto saw everyone's, but they tried to Naoto tried to hide hers. But then Rize looked at it and was like, yo, Naoto has the biggest chest out of all of the females. I think I remember that.
Would you like to know your current measurements? From top to bottom, they are...
Aigis!
That's quite all right.
Never mind, little old me. Please finish that line of thought. I demand it.
How did we get so off subject? If you're going to go, please hurry and leave.
Huh. She yelled at me. I must have said something rude. That still happens every so often. An innocuous remark can greatly upset someone. Huh. I must keep practicing. Yo, that was super funny. I climb the stairway and notice a silhouette in one of the classrooms. Looking carefully, it could be that student council president's Labris. I will be relieved if I had caught up to her so soon. But the hand I raise to knock on the door inadvertently stops. Wait, could she be my next opponent? She wasn't in the promotional video, but neither was I, yet I am being forced to fight in the Grand Prix. But there's no point worrying about that now. I cannot change the path I take, nor the opponent I must face. I prepare myself and knock lightly on the door.
You're that girl from before.
The girl turns and notices me. I set foot in the classroom. There is no immediate interruption from General Teddy. It looks like he is not scheduled a match between us. I breathe a sigh of relief.
What are you doing here?
Ain't it obvious? I'm cleaning up the classroom. It's no picnic, what with people running wild and wrecking things.
She takes down the chairs piled on top of each other and lines them up. After a few runs, she takes a breath. Though she is complaining, there is a gentle smile on her face.
But I guess this is all in a day's work for a student council president. We'll look back on it and laugh, right?
You seem like you're having fun.
That's because I love my school. Even the chores are fun for me. The reason I wanted to be president is because of that. Oh, it can be rough when things get out of hand like this.
But it's dangerous here. You must leave at once. Won't you come with me?
She seems confused by my words and tilts her head to one side.
What? You're worried about me? Hey, I'm the president. And you might not think so to look at me, but I ain't no slouch in a fight. I'll be fine.
No, that's not what I mean.
How should I put this? She still has no idea of the danger. She walks up next to me, takes a long look at my face, and giggles.
Your clothes are pretty out there, but I can see you mean well. Thanks. Some of these students won't listen to a word I say, but I feel like I gotta be here. No, I wanna be here.
Even if it puts you in danger?
You're really a drama queen, aren't you? Who's to say I'm in danger for sure? Besides,
Her eyes burn with affection for something dear to her.
even if you're right, I'd want to stay here.
There is no need to test her commitment. It is consistent with the fact of this world being created. Then, is she human?
I always wanted to go to school with everyone. Just like normal. That's all.
Does that imply you couldn't do so before?
You're asking me that now? Honestly? Back then,
She stops abruptly. I wait patiently for her to continue, but her face twists with suffering.
Huh?
She puts her fingers to her temple, her knees begin to buckle.
What's wrong?
Weird. The past. How come it's...
She begins to fall and I catch her at that precise moment. That sounded like the noise from SMT5 when, I don't remember what it is, but there was something in SMT5 that you did, like a selection or something that made that exact noise, I swear. I just got like a flashback of like, it was like, I don't remember what it was, dude. Something in SMT5, like after you learn a skill or maybe after you fuse a persona, I don't remember, but I literally just hit me in the face. It sounds just like it. There's a strong reading from my fingers as soon as I touch her. It's so strong, like touching a hot stove. This is the same reading as when I first stuck my hand into the TV. It is coming from a personality module, a piece of lost technology that researchers had called plumes of dust due to their shape. I have one inside me as well. This is not merely strong evidence, it is conclusive. There are still questions to be answered, but this girl can be none other than Labrys. At the very least, she is not human.
Sorry, I'm not feeling so good all of a sudden.
The memory she is trying to access is causing conflicts with her current level of awareness. If she tries to remember, she will not be able to maintain her mental state. The memory is that charged. I hold her close and wait for her to calm down. But her reaction does not improve. It gets worse. She shakes violently as if electrified. Suddenly, bright light bursts in front of my eyes.
What?
Is something flowing into me? I quickly let go of Labrys, but it does not fade away easily. Images I don't recognize flow together in my head, one after another, at incredible speeds.
Are these Labrys' memories?
I think I saw the beach that Aigis was at there. The torrent of data finally subsides. I analyze the data to find out what happened, and then I understand. It did not flow into me. This data was already dormant inside of me. I am the last number of the Anti-Shadow Weapons project. I inherited all the data from previous models of the same type, both tangible and intangible. Labrys' memories were part of it. Normally, the developers would not upload data into me that was unrelated to battle, but the Plume of Dusk is a black box. It is possible that something was transferred somehow through that. Thinking about it, that might have been the reason I thought I saw Labrys at the airport. My glimpse of the newly awakened Labrys caused my buried records of her appearance to be called. Perhaps that is what happened. Unfortunately, the memories I have just accessed are in complete disarray. I can't just flip through it like an album. The video records were not in chronological order, meaning I can't make sense of them in their current state. However, there was one memory that left an impression on me. The sea. That cerulean sky and lingering clouds, the emerald blue water. All of the other memories are of cold mechanical rooms or the night sky, but this one is different.
What was that just now?
Labrys staggers as she stands up. Before I can ask her anything, she abruptly shakes me off and runs out of the classroom.
Wait!
I try to chase after her, but after only a few steps, I trip over my own feet. The information overload has prevented me from making any sudden movements. I fight through it, dragging what feels like several times the weight of my legs, when...
Are you sure you want to take that girl out of here?
Shadow Aigis? I stumble to a stop and look around, searching for the hidden speaker.
This is the only place she can fit in. No one will understand her once she steps outside, but she can't become human either. So she has no other choice but to wallow in this illusory school. Pitiable, isn't she? But this is the only way she can be happy. Are you going to take that from her?
I stop, suddenly realizing the answer to my question, and catch my breath in my throat. This voice, it's mine.
What will you do after you take her from here? Lock her up in a box again? How cruel. No wonder she ran away. Ran away? What are you... You don't mean... You finally figured it out? Labrys wasn't brought here by some sinister mastermind. She escaped on her own and came here. That can't be. The suspects in the hijacking case... I'm sure you've seen the opponents you fought so far robbed of their sanity. Have you forgotten already? You're saying that was Labrys' doing too? Yes. Her heart gave birth to this world, and that power is one of her abilities. From some special equipment. With a power like that, Wouldn't it be simple to control a number of ordinary people?
It's true that the hijackers were confused and that there were signs of mental
It does
interference.
seem strange to go to so much trouble to come to a place like this. If she did in fact do this, then she must face herself. What gives you the right to say that?
Suddenly, the tone of her voice changes. She speaks very gently, like a parent correcting a child.
You've experienced suffering before, too. It pains you to have a heart, knowing that you can never be human.
Yo, the sick track hitting in!
Even if there was someone you considered to be worth fighting for, you can't be a real companion to them. That's why you chose to protect them as a weapon. But in the end, you still lost them. What do you know about me? Mere words will not cause me to abandon hope.
I was supposed to end stream 5 minutes ago, but I feel like we might be at the end of Aigis' episode, or a bookmark is right around the corner, so I really need it to show up already.
A brave bluff. But a tool like yourself can never be a true partner for a human. Doesn't your heart yearn to be by their side and to be in love? It hurts so much that I wish I could go back to how I was before I gained a heart. Has that really never once crossed your mind? I think not. That pain will never completely disappear. It will always fester inside you. Isn't that right? Even if you take Labris away, the same will happen to her. She'll become just like you. Is that a fate you want for her? You see, here you can have anything, as long as you look away from the truth. That doesn't just go for Labris, but for you too. Even the things you have lost forever. Here, you can have them back. What are you?
I cut myself off, realizing that I'm becoming fascinated with the voice. This isn't good. I cannot let the voice deceive me. I must get its speaker in my sights first. I carefully attune myself to the source of the voice and quickly turn in that direction. But the person standing there is me! Or rather, someone that looks like me. At first, I think that the overload is still affecting my sensors, but that is not the case.
Take away your suffering. Now, take my hand, Aigis.
I smile and extend out my hand. I feel dazed. This is very confusing. I don't know what to do. My mind advises caution, but my heart doesn't listen. But all of a sudden, a door opens in the corner.
Pardon my interruption of this seemingly trivial conversation.
Elizabeth, you only show up in wildcard episodes? This unexpected event brings me back to reality, and I realize I was nearly seduced by its promises. On a second look, I could see a woman beyond the doorframe. That distinctive blue dress, I recognize the attire of an elevator girl. Her name was Elizabeth, if I believe words. But why is she here? Elizabeth walks right in and stands in the center of the room. There is nothing outwardly abnormal about her pose, but it is as imposing as a battle stance. She opens her thick leather-bound book, then smiles dauntlessly at the other me.
Excuse me, but I would like a word with this lady over here. Would you mind leaving?
Who are you?
If you don't leave the two of us, I must resort to giving you a hearty thrashing with my book. It's a hardcover, leather-bound edition, and is quite powerful. Enough to do over 4 digits on average, I'd say.
Without warning, the pages from the open book overflow with light.
I don't believe this.
The other me's face flinches in pain and she vanishes into thin air while spitting a curse. Is she gone now? I can no longer pick up any readings on her. The tension leaves my body and I collapse to the ground. While I am there, Elizabeth walks towards me. I first met her 2 years ago. Her attire is somewhat strange, but the place I met her was even stranger. A blue room, that's the only way to describe that mystical space. Its residents call it the Velvet Room. I do not believe it is all part of the real world. There, Elizabeth was the one who governs power. She helped me to grow spiritually by introducing me to the power of personas. I never imagined she would leave that room, let alone that I would run into her here. Yet her appearance here has saved me.
I'm sorry for that. Thank you for saving me.
Did I save you?
She stares straight at me, then lets out a long sigh of disappointment.
I was on a journey for personal reasons, but I sensed some extraordinary powers clashing against each other and came to see what all the fuss was about.
Please give me a bookmark!
Only to be met with this bitter disappointment.
I am baffled by her candidness.
Have you already forgotten the enlightenment you gained before me once? Has it escaped your prodigious goldfish-like memory? It seems that I must once again ascertain what you are truly capable of.
She speaks as if she is engaging in everyday conversation and opens her leather-bound book again. Suddenly, a murderous aura fills the area, fierce as a gust of wind. Something about me has disappointed her, I know that much, but I clearly have no time to ask her what it is.
Here goes. The cards will decide your fate.
Bookmark, bookmark, bookmark. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we are done for today. I'm like 10 minutes over. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks. Hope you enjoyed. We come back next time. We're going right into a fight with Elizabeth, and probably at the very end of Aigis' story, or the halfway point, whatever. I don't know how the Doopy continued stuff starts, but thanks for watching. Link to my Twitch channel description if you want to catch it live. I'll see you next time for more Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Until then, farewell.